Welcome back to Crypto Rolly, the crypto watch that never stops. Live technical analysis, price predictions, and trading. I had to do it, man. Everyone's converting to crypto, Bitcoin, and Elon Musk bio. So I had to change it on Twitter at least. Twitter handle at Crypto Rolly. Maybe I'll still do some stock stuff on the YouTube channel. But this is going to be a special edition, crypto only. A lot to look at. I'm going to jump through these charts, go through Bitcoin first, but then we'll take a look at Cardano breaking out. Will Ethereum finally break out above 1400 this week? All right, so go ahead, hit that like, comment, subscribe, tick the bell for notifications. And remember, these are my own ideas and opinions on the market, so please do your own research and trade at your own risk. I am not your financial advisor. All right, let's look at the market real quick. We could see Bitcoin in the last 24 hours up about 5%, Ethereum 9%. So, it's looking iffy there. We had the big Elon pump and then it retraced completely. And really just not too much volume has stepped in. The little, what is it? I don't know, some new social media app Elon was on. He did talk about Bitcoin, great things to say, but it was a non-event as far as price went. But we're seeing price pick up now. We'll check that out in the chart, and you can see, Polkadot still holding just below its critical resistance. We're seeing Cardano break out, so Ethereum could be next, possibly Polkadot. We'll look at that as well. Chainlink still, holding up well. Where's our big winner? Let's just take a look at the top winner today. Ampleforth, 43%. Pancake Swap Sushi. Band, that's a big one, 30%. All right, so let's keep it moving. The Crypto Fear and Greed Index, 76, so not too greedy, right? Plenty of room to go, considering, up until just a couple weeks ago, we were hovering for 2 months in the 90s. So we can still climb back up that way, maybe if Bitcoin can finally break out of this consolidation. And to me, Bitcoin consolidating above 30K is exactly what we wanted it to do. It had 100% gain from 20K to 40K, consolidated above 30, and allowed a lot of the altcoins that were laggards to catch up. You can see the altcoin season index has been creeping towards the altcoin season side. We were down here when we were at 40K. So this is allowing those altcoins to perform. You can see we're seeing a larger list of altcoins outperforming Bitcoin right now. All right, so let's go back to the charts. Bitcoin, on the daily, finding support above that pink 10 simple is good. Finding support along this blue 50 simple was good as well. And you have your stochastic crossed up. I'm going to get rid of this real quick. So the stochastic crossed up and still trending upwards, and you broke that downtrend and downtrend resistance on your RSI, okay? And you can see you have a little rising support there on the RSI as well. Let me see this. You can see this a little better. So you have a little bit of an uptrend building on that RSI. Good to see on lower time frames. Looks a little messy there. And we're kind of like, we're on this trend line right here, all right? A lot of people drawing a lot of trend lines. This is what happens when you have consolidations. But you can see 2 touches downtrend here. If this is like a falling wedge, we'll just leave it there. Why not? And I have, most importantly to me, horizontals hold the most weight. I have this horizontal, basically it's at 30,350. That's where you didn't see these 4-hour candles close below it, and you can see it wick down there as well. This isn't perfect. Basically, 30K has been holding. And you had this downtrend. On the Elon pump, you actually kind of broke that, putting in a new high. So it was like lower highs, and finally broke this high, and then you were rejected at this previous high there. So this is going to become a resistance if we're able to continue higher here. This will become your new resistance around 37,500. All right, if you can start closing above that level, I don't see why we wouldn't be taking out 40K and higher. All right, so the 4-hour stoke crossed up, looks good. Your daily stoke crossed up. Let's look at the weekly while we're still on Bitcoin. The weekly is still coming down though, okay? Let's take a look at the 3-day. Has the 3-day. So the 3-day hasn't crossed up yet either. And we can actually see at what level will that happen. This is where we like the label. All right, so a 3-day cross up on the Stoke, you need a close above 38,000. So that's going to be asking for a lot more progress. Weekly, you'll have to close above 39,642 on the weekly. So definitely have some work to do here. Your daily to the downside would close, it would cross back down if you had a close below 32,086. So that would be what would happen if you went to the downside. And if we're looking at our support here, basically support around 33,000, your pink 10 simple. You can see that right there holding price up, 33,000 holding price, immediate support. And then 31,244 would be that blue 50 simple. All right, but we need some volume to step in. This was kind of concerning, but I like that we maintained above like 32,450. As long as we maintained above here and we don't put in another lower low. All right, we can chop sideways. I mean, guys, remember this range back here. All right, this took how long? From here to here, that was 72 days. So over 2 months. And then, I mean, by the time you actually broke above that high, all right, so this was the high. By the time you broke above it, that took about 66 bars. So it took about 2 months. And currently, in this consolidation, just from the top to now, we're at 25 bars. So this could go on for another month. Just depends. You know, we got a lot of hype around Bitcoin with the Wall Street Bets crowd. They're definitely supporting Bitcoin with Elon Musk support and just more institutions getting involved. Visa is now going to get involved. So there's more and more good news for Bitcoin. Now, the only thing concerning me, and then I'll get to the altcoins, is going to be the DXY, the US dollar index. The level I've been watching was 91, and we're at that level right now. You can see if I throw on the horizontals, we're right there at 91. I would love to see this get rejected, not just for Bitcoin, but for the equity market, for commodities. You know, people are in the silver trade, but if the dollar index can break above 91, maybe return back to 92, the underside of this support flipped resistance possibly, you could see a pullback across lots of markets. All right, so let me go back to let's look at the Bitcoin dominance real quick. Check out Bitcoin dominance on a daily, and let me get rid of that again. You're still trending up on the dominance, okay? But we'll have to see what happens. Your RSI is low here as well, and looks like some bullish divergence. So you see how the dominance was falling lower, and your RSI is actually trending higher. So possible bullish divergence on the daily. That if the dominance rises, two things usually happen. Either Bitcoin steals the show, Bitcoin goes on a pump, and people start moving their altcoin profits back to Bitcoin to ride that wave higher. Or there's a large sell-off in all cryptos. Bitcoin drops, but the altcoins drop even harder, so they drop further in percentage than Bitcoin. That could also see the dominance rise. All right, that's what we don't want to happen. All right, let's go over to some altcoins. 9 minutes, doing well. Hit that like for me. All right, so Ethereum, it's basically in a ascending triangle. We'll have to see. On a daily basis, I would like Ethereum to close above 13,088, basically where we are right now. On a daily basis, I would like to see that. On a 4-hour, you could zoom in a little bit and maybe move this resistance up here to 14,000. One day, I always do that. 1,432. So you need an open and close. So we want a 4-hour candle close above, and then the following 4-hour candle to open and close above it, and get some volume. You're going to need some volume to come through. What we want to see here with Ethereum is what we're seeing with Cardano. So also similar. Ascending triangle, rising support, horizontal resistance, and getting a nice pop in volume. We're going to need to see the volume to continue here, hopefully. Otherwise, if there's no volume, it could just be a fake out and drop back into the triangle. But if it is the breakout we have been waiting on, let's go to the weekly. Basically, with altcoins, I look at a weekly chart, zoom out, find your peaks, and draw a horizontal across, and the next peak will be my next macro target, and that's going to be around $1. All right, from current price around 40 cents, that's about 140% gain. All right, and you can see how this peak played out here. Rejection, consolidate underneath, went to the next target right there. So your next target, $1. Polkadot, like I said, something similar here. Not necessarily an ascending triangle, but sideways consolidation as well with a resistance. You got lots of wicks here, but I'd say about $19.50 and a support around $14.50. Okay, so that's the range. We'll have to see which way that will break. Your daily is hinting a possible cross back up. Your RSI is neutral, so you want to see this bounce, get some volume to follow through. Wouldn't be a surprise to retest the top of that as long as the market holds up. Okay, so those are the big majors. Link, doing well. We need to see this cross back up on the daily as well for Link. Your 4-hour crossing up from the bottom, kind of trending sideways, ranging here. So we'll have to see. Cardano is leading right now. Does Ethereum follow? Does Polkadot follow? Does Link? Usually they'll take turns. So you'll see one start to move, and then you can see the laggards that haven't moved yet. And usually, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, they tend to lead. And if not, the other majors, Cardano, Polkadot, Link, I put them all in the same type of league as well, okay? Link, though, flipping this previous resistance as support is also positive, for this uptrend of higher highs and higher lows. So definitely, Link is still looking good, still performing, even after all that Zeus Capital FUD, right? All right, so anything interesting popping out here? Doge, we could take a look at that real quick. Doge, pump, dump, kind of a symmetrical triangle / descending triangle here. Your support level is going to be around 2.5 cents, 2.5 cents. And you would have liked to have seen about 3.5 cents hold as your support. So now that you're losing this level here, and you can see how this range played out, how you had resistance, flip to support, losing that, you could come back down to 2.5 cents, and you're putting in a lower high on Doge. That's all I have to say on that, guys. It's a meme coin. TikTok loves it, but at the end of the day, pump and dumps don't succeed too well because the people who got in early are going to take profit up here, and the people who got in late are holding the bags when it drops. So when you had a nice move here, a lot of people here that were scared were happy to jump out, break even, and that's what creates your lower highs. So these people that bought in here, they tried to get out here, maybe they took a small loss here. And that's just how those things go. That's why I don't try to chase plays, especially like a Telegram group. Same thing happened with XRP. And I like to be in coins I believe in, invest in, maybe a good trade opportunity. I like to be in before the pump. So if I happen to already own that asset and it pumps, I can, take profits along the way like everybody else. But I'm not going to chase it, when they're way up here, because it's just dangerous. And I think a lot of people learned that lesson today, or this whole week, really, and it's not just XRP. We saw large volatility to the upside, then downside with AMC. No, AMC is actually holding up, but with GME, BlackBerry, Nokia, you name it. XRP also retracing. This was, a Telegram group pumping that. All right. Let me look at a few to wrap it up. It's already been 15 minutes. Don't want to do these too long. Let me zoom out, see if I can I got my horizontals up. Where's GRT? All right. Well, I did have horizontals, but it's easy to see. You just use your peaks. It was nice to get a new daily candle close above the previous high there. All right. You can see you had a bit of a resistance level here, broke out, nice close above this candle body high. We want to see that flip as support, and that's what we're doing right now. So we'd like to see this level hold. It's about 75 cents on GRT. And if you want to see a potential target to the upside, let's go your fib retracement from the swing high to swing bottom, and your extension 1.618, $1.16. Next level would be $1.74. Decent gains from here. That would be 50% up, and then 125% up for a GRT. Keep it moving. People are liking these new coins, so let's look at new. Basically already hit that target. So you had basically a cup and handle type bottoming, double bottom, however you want, different names for this, but you can see a rounding bottom is basically the key here. And so if you broke that resistance level here and dragged the top to bottom over here, that would take you around 32 cents, which coincides with the top of that daily body close, and pretty much hit it almost, good enough for me, right? So do we create a range here between 32 cents and that previous resistance 24 cents? It's possible. If you can break higher, all-time high at 41 cents. All right, I think that's going to wrap it up for me. Keep it short. Thank you for watching once again, and follow me on Twitter at CryptoRolly. And I'm out. Rolly roll!